our student radio network stations are very excited about Stone, and I'm very pleased to say that you are part of our student radio class of 2023.
Wow, thank you so much. That means a lot to us. Hi, I am Finn from Stone, and we are a band from Liverpool that likes to bust genres and make our own kind of music.
You describe yourself as the underground voice of the lost youth. Can you tell me, like,
yes,
sort of the sentiment behind why that started, and sort of
I like that question because
what that means
do have an
to
answer
you?
to it. So we're that slow, well, that kind of thing that we came up with. It's not no joke with us. So before we did, so before Stone, you know, we became full time with Stone. I worked in mental health. I worked in social care with the younger people and adults as well. And Elliot, our guitarist, he's worked in a school. He was a school. Alex was a teacher. Does loads of work. Our guitarist does loads of charity work in youth clubs. I own my own charity called Cloud9, where I've walked marathons I've walked from Wrexham to Liverpool, which is like 40 miles. In what I did it in like 9 hours, and I raised over £1,500 for charity. And it's kind of the slogan because it's kind of what we actually are. Like we do as a band massively care about the I guess when I say youth, I say pretty much anyone between like the age of teenagers to 25. I just mean like this generation we do care about. I'm trying to explain. Like we all do, as people actually really do care. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we all do have done our part and do like care about the mental health of this generation and like.
And going on from that, I'd like to talk about the B-side on your most recent single, Radio Ready. I love like the social commentary and the irony of the music industry in that track. Would you like to go into that a little bit more?
Yeah, of course. I'm happy that you've learned that track. I like that. Go on.
Yeah. So what inspired you to write a bit about sort of like those? Maybe you sort of has a comparative in it. So talk about your band, like self-identity.
I say it's kind of like, it's not meant to be a diss track but it kind of like, it's more just kind of like how similar every bit of music is these days. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I go like, they sound the same. It's a practice. Like, you know, London's calling you plastic. It's kind of like, you know, because they all sing with the same accent. They all sound the same. It freaks me out. And I feel like, you know, it's you go on, what were you going to say?
As I say, because it feels like it's a lot of identity in the track. Does being from Liverpool and the Liverpool scene have a lot of identity to do with you as a band? How does that seem about you?
It sounds really sad. I wouldn't say there is really massive. There's a lot of bands from Liverpool, but there isn't. I wouldn't say there's a scene because none of us play Liverpool enough. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of great bands from Liverpool, and we're all friends. But it's hard to explain. I don't really think we only see each other at like festivals or other things. Like, so I wouldn't say like we've got the same thing as what Manchester's got, I guess, which is like a real, you know, Manchester's really good at looking after its own bands. I think Liverpool makes it quite hard to break as a band. But Liverpool's amazing though. It's got like there is a lot of great bands coming out of Liverpool. We just don't hang out as much. We just don't see each other enough. Do you know what I mean? Because all the venues in Liverpool are closing down. It's quite sad.
So yeah, it's a shame. That's happening quite a lot around the UK, I think, with venues. But as we're moving on to another part of the interview, what is coming up for you guys? You've just had tour. What music's coming out, and what's next for Stone?
Like, you know, I was just thinking, I hope it didn't sound really negative about the Liverpool scene. I just kind of want there to be a scene, but I just don't feel like, unfortunately, there is one yet. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's just. I feel like there's a lot of bands doing great, but we just don't talk enough. Do you know what I mean? But I guess if I was going to reference the Liverpool scene as bands coming out of Liverpool, yeah, it's popping off. You've got like all those Crawlers, the Mysterines, Courting. Do you know what I mean? The Night Cafe, they're a bit older than us, but they've been around for a while.
But what's next for you as a band? What's up in 2023 for you guys?
We're releasing a single, which will definitely have been announced by then, called Money. That's coming out on the 21st. And then on the 21st, we're announcing our debut EP called Punkadonk.
I love the name.
Punkadonk. Yeah, and that's going to be coming out. So Alex, he's the drummer. Alex Smith is the drummer. He went to university and did music. He was actually the lad who was a teacher. The minute he finished his degree, he went from Lipa University to Lipa Sixth Form College and taught music. Sarah Surridge is the bassist. Now she's from down south. She's from Oxford. She has, I think, 17 or 18 pairs of Doc Martens. That's because she went to Lipa and did music, and she worked in Doc Martens and got 50% off. So just all she had was Doc Martens. Elliot Gill is the guitarist. Actually, like me, he didn't go to university. He just played Xbox. And he worked in a school. He was actually like the IT guy up until the band started being full time. But yeah, Elliot's a great guitarist, an amazing dude, and like kind of our portable computer and portable tuner, because anything that you need to know, like musically, like he can just work it out in his head.